everybody, Bad Dude Will here, and this is a reply to Serial Assassin about a video that apparently he did a while ago but just reposted. And it's about whether we're alone in the universe or not. I want to start off by saying I completely believe in aliens. I think in all the billions and trillions of miles out there of empty space and all the different galaxies, it's just dumb to think that we're alone. It's dumb to think that the same type of planet close to the sun, etc., doesn't exist somewhere out there. It's just, as you know, there's no logical way to think that. So I love thinking about, if aliens and things along those lines. It's just kind of a nerdy, I don't know, a nerdy thing that I like to do. So in the video, Serial talks about there was a new planet that was discovered. I'm guessing this was a year or so ago, maybe even longer, that could possibly have liquid water. The temperature is right, and just the situation and the distance from the sun is efficient to support life. And while that's all good and well, I think that the cooler question to ask is, what we perceive as supporting life, is that actually, is that factual? Because all we have to go on is what supports life on Earth. What if the cellular makeup of whatever other beings are, is completely different than what we have, than what we think. In a similar fashion to the movie Signs. If you guys haven't seen it, fast forward about 30 seconds. That way I don't spoil anything you. But they were allergic to water. So in that case, water would be an absolute detriment to them. They would not want to grow up on a planet that had water. So I think that it's an interesting concept to think just what really composes life, because it very well could be completely different as to what we're thinking. So he then talked about the civilization, if they're so far advanced that they've come down. And he actually talks about abducting, humans and cows and things along those lines. In my personal belief, they would probably come here with a scientific mind. And in that case, I can completely believe them abducting some people, just to understand our, physiology and, how we function, what makes us tick. But that would have probably taken maybe a year or so tops. I don't believe that if they do exist and if they're down here, that they are still abducting us at all. I just think that it would be dumb. Like, what's the point, So I think that theory is very out there. People that want attention, things along those lines. Now, as far as aliens visiting us, I don't know. I don't, it's one of those things that I don't know, so I kind of don't care, because there's no facts that come to mind that completely support it. Or, if there is, I don't know about them. But I think what would be an interesting concept is, what if their civilization is going through what we're going right now, such as the nuclear bombs and, the constant war, and they're watching us to see what we're going to choose. I wonder if any type of civilization, I wonder if every type of civilization that's been out there goes through the phase that we're going through right now, where we have the ability to literally blow up our planet if we wanted to. And I think that, I forget who talked about this, but I remember reading about it, how there's this theory or concept that, or maybe it was just a saying, where certain civilizations were hell-bent on war and destruction, so they ended up destroying themselves. And they're not around anymore. But the ones who chose the path of peace, the one who chose the path of, I'm not going to say science is peace, but, to put their resources in learning and growing as a society, are the ones that are going to be out there exploring the universe. And it, just as I would imagine human curiosity would grow, if we became one of those societies who got rid of our nuclear weapons and, became a peaceful world, and we discovered life on other worlds that was in these circumstances that we would probably say, hey, we've been through this, you guys should probably be a peaceful nation. Or would we stand by and watch? I mean, it's reality television, which we are addicted to right now. So I think that the whole theory about aliens and talking about it is so nerdy and so cool, because there's so many different variables that you can think of. And I was listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that right, but it is what it is. And he was talking about how we and apes are like just a small percentage. I almost want to say it was 0.5% different in our DNA strain, which obviously makes us more intelligent, more able to do scientific things, math, etc., etc. And that's just 0.5%. What if somebody out there's 10%, and they would see our theoretical physics as a joke, as a baby's toy? It's just very interesting to think what's really out there, because there is stuff out there. Anybody who doesn't believe so should just give up on that theory. But it's a fun topic, and if you guys have any theories or want to leave a comment or anything along those lines, I'd appreciate it. I think that it's just a really cool topic, and I'd love to talk about it again if you guys are interested. So there you go. Those are my thoughts. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.
Did you like the story? Like the story?